What's up guys and girls, welcome to Freedive Passion. Today I'm going to talk to you about the problem of increasing volume when working with deep freediving with depth. So I'm going to get a little bit into periodization in this video. By volume we mean the amount of something we do. So if we're talking about depth, volume would be the amount of total meters that you do per session, per week, per month. And a general concept when it comes to your periodization, when you're in the general preparation phase and then specific preparation phase, is you would have the highest amount of volume possible, because it's volume that truly creates long-term adaptation. So in any other sport, you would be doing the most amount of work that you can recover from when it comes to volume, and you would slowly build this volume up over time. Now the problem with deep diving is it's not safe to do that, because with each dive we accumulate nitrogen, and if we keep diving, sooner or later we get decompression sickness. So a rule that I follow with my coaching and my own training is I'll never do more than 200 meters in one session. And I follow the old AIDA guideline of a minimum of dividing the dive time by 5, and that would be my surface time in minutes between the last dive and the next dive. Also, once I start to dive deep, like deeper than 60, I would only do one deep dive per session. So this is just to avoid DCS. And so from here you see it's basically not possible to increase volume. Volume is always going to be at the absolute most 200 meters, which is definitely not enough to create any type of adaptation. So because of this, it becomes very difficult to create adaptation. It becomes very difficult to learn the skills, the specific skills you need to do deep diving. This is one of the things which separates it from other sports. And we don't get to practice the actual activity like that much in comparison to, let's say, a basketball player who can play basketball for like hours every day. So what do? We have to break down the skills and practice them in different environments. So for me, with my coaching, we do a lot of dry equalization, because there's basically no other way to practice this enough for it to become automated other than dry exercises. Like the bubble machine, the EQ tool, the balloon, even just letting air out of your nose. You know, we do it all like every single day. Half an hour, 45 minutes, maybe even an hour of work like that. And we do a lot of visualization. This is also really useful. Like I say, we only get 200 meters of dives. Maybe if you're going shallow, 6 to 8 dives in a session. It's not enough to really create automation. And once you're peaking, you should already be automated by then, but maybe you're just doing one deep dive per session. So the visualization just helps to create automation and to allow you to go into the flow, and it just means things happen quicker. You know, you can start to reach these flow states quicker than if you weren't using visualization. And I've seen this work like time and time again. So it's a very, very powerful tool, and I've got a video that I did back in the days about visualization and how you can use it, which I can link to in the description. The other things that we can break down would be, for instance, your technique and your CO2 tolerance, both of which you can train simultaneously in the pool. And the pool is something that you would train almost throughout your whole periodization until it's time for your competition, in which case you would, deload from that, because it's just not specific enough. But it's almost as specific as it gets for us when it comes to deep diving, right? So like normally when you get to the specific preparation phase, you would do less pool, more depth. Obviously we can't do more depth. So we maintain the pool to keep technique, to keep CO2 tolerance, and to keep building on these skills separately. Because as you're starting to understand, it's the only way to build the skills in deep diving is to separate them all. And then there's also like your strength and conditioning which you can do, you know, in the gym, in traditional forms, focusing on explosive strength and like your maximum strength, to build sort of like a strength reserve so you have ease in your diving. Also, your lactic tolerance can be done in the pool, and it can be done dry, it can be done anywhere. So we can train all these skills separately, and then the challenge is putting these skills together when it comes to your deep diving. And there's, you know, hundreds of different sessions that I have to start to integrate these skills. First, we can just try one on its own in depth. Once that's looking right, we try the other on its own, then we start combining more and more and more until everything's looking good together. I can see the person is flowy and he's found ease in the dive, he or she has found ease in the dive. And then we can start to like let them off the lead, and we start to do like normal competition style diving. This will be more like the end of the specific preparation phase leading up to the competition phase. So, like as you see, like freediving is not necessarily as simple as turning up to the buoy and trying to dive. If you want to get good, if you want to train and get better, and for those of you who watch my videos regularly, you know, the reason to get better is not just to get deeper. The better you get, the more you can enjoy, the more you can explore deeper and deeper sensations within yourself, not just deeper within the ocean, although that is also pretty awesome. So if you're even interested in freediving, you need to start training in different ways, breaking down the skills, training each of the skills, because that's what's going to allow you to further your enjoyment, deepen your understanding of freediving, of being in the ocean, of being in this very special place, in this very special state. So that's it for me. If you want to get involved and do something with me, I've got a lot of different things that I offer on the website, everything from just one-off calls to problem solve to distance coaching. I'm doing a retreat this winter in Baja where we'll be kind of checking out the marine life around the area, and I'll be teaching freedivers how to spearfish in an ethical, fair way without boasting and posting pictures of whatever fish we caught. The priority is going to be more cooking the fish and having a really nice night together. And of course, I do my individual coaching, and my dates for that are on the website. I don't do it all year round, so book in advance because it gets booked out normally. So until next time, guys and girls, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like, share, subscribe, and until next time, take it easy and dive safe.